Hey everybody, Mike and Rich Mike. We are back with something completely different. I'm surrounded by a sea of electric bikes. But I get it, not everybody likes electric bike reviews. So while I am on the Hot Rod Power Tour with my good friend Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds, we are going to have Retro Week here on the channel. We're going to show you videos from the very first days of the channel. Yeah, today it's the very first video I ever did. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a completely different style. And yes, I had a really bad gas problem. Hey everybody, my name is Mike. Welcome to the new channel here. Today, I've got a gas problem. Alright, so here's the car. This is a 2005 Mercedes CLK350 Cabriolet or convertible. I still have to work on this. I had to install these quarter windows right here, but I still have to adjust them so they match up with this. So that's another project. The top, well, the top needs a little bit of work. Paint, well, some clear coat coming off it needs a little bit of work. Basically, the problem is the car just doesn't want to go. It's like she's stuck in first gear or second gear, I guess, for a Mercedes, and she needs some hood struts. Yep, don't hate because of my little piece of wood right there. But anyway, I just can't get it to go. It's just really weird. So let's go ahead and run the codes on it and see what kind of codes we get. This is my iCarSoft MB2 sensor. This is a great thing to have, not too expensive, but it does do a lot of things. It'll clear some transmission codes and some SRS codes as well. So let's go in and just get a generic OBD2 read here. We'll see what kind of system we're working with. There we go. 7 diagnostic trouble codes. Woo! Okay. Well, let's see what they are. Let's read the codes. Misfire, cylinder 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, and then the generic, because we have 4, 5, and 6 running. Okay. Current misfire, generic, 4, 5, 6, generic, 5, 4, 6, 5, generic. So I'm guessing maybe 4, 5, and 6 could be the issues. I'm going to guess it's the fuel injectors for 4, 5, and 6. So let's go find out. And here's what the engine looks like. I have already removed the engine cover, and we're looking at cylinders. We go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. So what we're going to do to get to the fuel injectors, the first thing you have to do is under that cover right there, disconnect the battery. You don't want any power going in here while you're working on the engine. Then we're going to bleed all of the fuel out of the system, which is just removing this. There's a little Schrader valve. You push that, gas pops out. Have a little towel or something under here to get rid of it. Then you got to undo some of these electrical connectors, and then you need a couple of eTorx sockets right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 little bolts you have to remove from there. Get the wires out of the way, get some of this plumbing out of the way, and then you're going to pop the whole thing up, hopefully in one piece, and hopefully you won't break any of your gaskets or any of your fuel injectors, because they have a little hard piece of plastic underneath the O-rings there sometimes. So we're going to show this in fast motion. Here we go. Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is on this side of the engine. Wait a minute, my cord's all messed up. Okay, on this side of the engine, you have these little connectors here that go to each fuel injector. You got to push them on each side and then pop them off, but the way they're positioned is really kind of pain in the butt. I also removed this hose right here, and these hoses, like this one and that one right there, always break because they're brittle and they've been there for years and years. I replaced these earlier, so these are new and they're still flexible, so I don't have to worry about that right now. You got the E10 right here, little socket. You take off this one, and you got one right there and right there. There's a little clip that you take off right here as well. What I'm struggling with right now is the fuel line, and that is right here, right there, and it's a 17 millimeter, and I just happen to have this one actually from the trunk. It's even a Mercedes one. So you loosen that, take that off, and that stops the fuel. See how it's kind of coming out right there? Yeah, we want to plug that. We want to soak up all that that gas. That's not good. Okay, that is why we push this little nipple over here to get rid of the gas, so it would relieve the line of the pressure, but there's still some gas coming in, so we're going to let that drain for a little bit. Then I remove this, torques this one right here as well. I move these out of the way, and then this whole silver bar, this guy right here, this is your fuel pressure line. This feeds each of the 6 injectors. Hopefully will come up, and then we can see which ones aren't working. Okay. All right, here's a little tip. If you can't get the connectors off of the fuel injectors right there, if you take off, see that little bracket right there, that will just come off with a screwdriver. I did that over here. And then what you can do is you can turn the fuel injector so you can get the pliers or your fingers, if you got, manly hands, and pop that connector right off. So that's not a problem at all. So that's an easy tip for you. What we're going to do is we're going to take this inside and we're going to see if these injectors are any good. See, the gas is still coming out. It's still coming out. Look, 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 look. Yeah, that had a lot of gas in there. Okay, so we'll take this out. We'll test those injectors a very easy, very inexpensive way. Saw this on YouTube. We're going to give it a test and clean them up, put them back in, start the car, and see what is up. Hey, we're back inside the house right now. We're going to check out these fuel injectors and kind of see what's going on. So what I've done is I went out and I purchased a tire valve. This is for like a bicycle right here. And I have a 1-button electrical connector. It's kind of like this thing right here. You push it, and the current goes through. Anyway, what I've done is taken out the Schrader valve right here. And then for the top, I drilled a hole and I put in one of these long tubes to go to some seafoam. And then I kind of hot melted it so it's a nice tight seal. And then all you have to do is tighten this thing up right here. Now watch what happens. If you let's look at cylinder number 1. This is the fuel injector from cylinder number 1. Watch this. The tire valve goes right on top and it makes a good seal. How about that? Okay, now I also have an old connector that I've taken out from another car. I've got it wired up here. This goes down to a car battery underneath the table. So you connect this right here, just like that. And if you push the button, you should hear it click. You hear it? Okay, so what we do is put this in a bottle of water, take this over to here. We're basically going to give it a charge of seafoam right there. Now watch what happens. I'm going to give it a couple squirts. Oh wait, I need my glasses here. Safety first. Put on the glasses. You don't want this in your eyes. Okay, so give it a couple squirts here. And then you push so you have some electricity going through the injector, and watch. How about that? Give it another shot. And you can see how the gas is coming out. Pretty cool. Okay, I'll get a close shot. But this one looks fine. This is cylinder number 1. Okay. Okay, I've worked my way up to cylinder number 4. Let's see how this one does. And I'm a little closer right here, so maybe you can see the pattern. We'll give it a charge. And hit the power. Look at that. Looks pretty good right now. So we're cleaning the fuel injectors. I'll go ahead and I'll do this for all 6 of them. And if one of them looks bad, I will go ahead and make a video of that to show you guys. Okay. Look at that. How pretty! And we are done with the test. It looks like all 6 of them, dagnabbit, came out nice. So the problem is not a fuel injector. So now we research it more. Maybe it's the mass airflow sensor. Okay, but anyway, we're going to put these back on the car. At least we know they're clean. So that's a good thing. We'll put this back on the car, we'll give it a start, and see if by chance we made a difference. Very quickly, I just want to show everybody how you put these fuel injectors with new O-rings. You got to have the new O-rings, 2 per fuel injector. Actually put it on the fuel ray because it takes a little practice to do this. But anyway, okay, you see that flat side right there? Basically, the injector sits there like this. Gotta be very careful. Some people kind of put some lube on their O-rings. I don't. Okay, but you see how that little square piece is right in the middle? This fits over it, and this kind of locks it on. So you want to make sure you have a little bit of the line sticking out, the line on the fuel injector, and then by the grace of God, get this little clip on there without it springing off and landing in the bushes, and then you get to search for like 20 minutes to find it. Don't ask me how I know that. So anyway, you gotta make sure that it goes in the line, the little indent, there we go, of the fuel injector. Focus, there you go, okay. And if you push this in, you are good to go. Come on. This is really like the hardest part of the whole deal. Here we go. There. See, it snapped into place. This goes right in that line right there, and this is the line that I'm talking about. See that little indent right there? Basically, it goes just like that, right in there. Okay, do that 6 times, and then carefully put this back onto the car. All right, hope that helped. She is back together. One thing I do want to point out is this little thing right here, the fuel line. Make sure that's tight. Don't over tighten it, but you do want to make sure that it's tight enough not to leak. Don't put the cover on until after you start the engine and see if you fixed it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it a start, see how she sounds. Okay, here we go. Say a little prayer for me. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. We're going to find out. The gasket back up into the, come on, back up in there into the cylinders. This time it's going to start. Let's see. ESP, ooh, no. She does not sound very good. Ooh. Try to give her some gas, and she kind of dies. Ooh, come on. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Let's try again. All right, Hail Mary, full of grace. Dominus Nabisco cookies. Yeah, she doesn't like something. Something's happening here. Okay, well, she's kind of running. She does not sound very happy, but you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. I guess we're going to go into chapter 2 on this one. So, chapter 2 coming up soon. Hey, if you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe. This is a new channel. You know, I'm not Sam Crack, I'm not Tavarish yet. Hopefully though, sometime soon. Have a great day.